Today's horoscope from AstroCademy, Leo, September 5, 2023. Today could feel like you're making your way through the desert, and then suddenly you're consumed by a gigantic sand beast storm. As sweet Venus freezes in the sky and stations direct, we enter a phase called the retrograde storm. This sudden shift in direction from backward to stationary to eventually moving forward is much like being punched in the stomach, and all of your air is sucked out. Everything will be confusing and frustrating today, so don't push against the current or try to have a heart-to-heart with your one and only. What have you worked on throughout the summer? Venus retrograde has a subconscious effect, so you may have felt unsure about your strengths as a professional and your secret passion projects that you worked on behind closed doors. But you could have made immense progress to be confident with the professional that you have made throughout the last few months. Now that Venus is stationing direct in Leo today, you may feel more self-assured about your career path in the post-shadow period. It might even be time to debut what you have been working on. It is just before Venus, the planet of money, is due to turn direct in an intuitive and imaginative part of your chart today that the moon wraps up its monthly visit to your financial sector. As well as a friendly aspect to Venus over the last few days, the moon connected with the planets that will remain in retrograde motion here. While the planet of money is turning direct, the doors will remain open to the past, second chances and untapped financial potential. There is a good deal of harmony in the air today. Give yourself the opportunity to tune into it through yoga or perhaps some individual tantric practice that you may enjoy already. It's a wonderful asset to have a schedule that includes yoga, because it both calms the mind and tones the body. You need to go regularly in order to receive maximum benefit. You will experience a feeling of heightened well-being. Nothing in the hand, nothing in the pockets, everything in the head. Today's vibrations will push you towards new horizons and the desire to escape. Don't upset everything in your life, but rather find the confidence you need to advance without depending on anyone. This vibration is more intellectual than material. It will push you to get out of your universe to act in a different way and meet other people to find new ideas and progress. On the same day that Venus is turning direct in an already nostalgic and reflective part of your chart, the moon not only returns to an adventurous part but just as Jupiter has come to a standstill ahead of his retrograde turn tomorrow. This comes just as Jupiter's friendly aspect to Mercury, already in retrograde motion in Virgo, peaks, adding to a sense of nostalgia as multiple doors open to the past. Even though Venus bucks that trend by turning direct, she will remain in a nostalgic part of your chart for another 5 weeks. It has been 2 days since the moon left your relationship sector, wrapping up the full moon here, but also its only visit during your birthday month, and while Mercury, the planet of communication, is in retrograde motion. This has given you a sense of what you want from your relationships and what they need from you moving into your birthday month, while Mercury is helping to give anything flushed out a voice. Our eyes in the sky. In a perfectly timed celestial dance, the moon makes its entrance into your income sector just as Jupiter, in the final day of his direct motion there, comes to a standstill. This fortuitous alignment is further accentuated by Jupiter's friendly aspect to Mercury, who is currently in retrograde motion in your work sector, reaching its peak. With the moon's presence, your intuitive and emotional connection to matters of finance sharpens, particularly as Jupiter joins a growing cohort of planets in retrograde motion across the income, work, and career domains of your life. As Pluto enters the final weeks of its retrograde motion in your income sector, the number of planets in retrograde motion in your work and career sectors continues to grow. The synchronicity deepens as the moon pays a visit to your work sector just as Jupiter spends his last full day in direct motion in the same domain. This overlap coincides with a friendly aspect to Mercury, already in retrograde motion in your career sector. It's worth noting that this celestial display unfolds just before Venus, the planet associated with money, is set to turn direct in your work sector today. As the moon concludes its monthly sojourn in your income sector, it leaves behind a heightened sensitivity to financial matters. This newfound clarity and emotional engagement align with the impending shift in the work and job front. Both planets in your income sector remain in retrograde motion, effectively linking the turning point in your professional life with opportunities from the past, second chances, and untapped income potential that will continue to be accessible. The Venus retrograde in Leo, which has been influencing our romantic and financial lives since it began on July 22, comes to an end tonight. As Venus turns direct, we find ourselves navigating through the aftermath of the romantic and financial turbulence we've experienced over the past several weeks. The silver lining here is that this shift allows us to address and resolve any lingering miscommunications and other issues that may have arisen. This planetary movement opens up the opportunity for candid conversations about the future of our relationships and financial plans. Delving into our emotions and gaining a deeper understanding of them can be instrumental in resolving lingering problems. If you've been feeling affectionate lately, you'll likely find yourself more at ease and composed when it comes to matters of the heart. This newfound openness and understanding you share with others can bring a great deal of satisfaction. For those who are single, your creative and inventive ideas could lead to increased popularity among your friends. They'll find your innovative thinking exciting, and you may find yourself at the center of attention. However, it's essential to be aware that some unexpected challenges may arise in your business dealings. Your plans and ideas might not gain the traction you had hoped for, and convincing others of their benefits could prove challenging. While this may be frustrating, it's crucial not to rush things. Pushing too hard could backfire and lead to losses. It's advisable to maintain a cool and composed demeanor, even in the face of adversity. By doing so, you can better navigate these challenges and prevent worse outcomes from occurring.